Hello everyone, this is Nitin Patil. Today we are going to see how we can do the digit classification using the simple CNN. We are going to use Google Colab for this. So I have opened Google Colab notebook and renamed to digit identification using simple CNN. I have changed runtime to the TPU for faster execution. We will use TensorFlow and Keras library for this. So I will import the tensor library necessary libraries. TensorFlow version I will use 2.0.0. Then import TensorFlow as TF. Import TensorFlow dot I will say from TensorFlow dot Keras. We will import Keras dot layers. We will import convolution 2D. Then we will import max pool 2D. We will import dense layer, and then we will import flatten layer. We will import dropout layer as well. Okay, so we have imported those layers. Then from TensorFlow dot Keras we will import sequential layer to create a model. Then we will import matplotlib dot pyplot plt, and we will say matplotlib inline. Okay, we are going to work on the MNIST dataset. So I will import that dataset as well. Okay, so from TensorFlow Keras dot dataset put MNIST. Okay, so these are the necessary libraries which we have imported. Now we will extract the our features, our images from the MNIST dataset. So for that, I will just create an object. I will say x underscore train comma y underscore train comma x underscore test comma y underscore test full time MNIST dot load data. Okay, so this way we will extract x and y columns. So this has been extracted successfully. We will say x underscore train dot shape comma y underscore train dot shape. Same way we will see x test shape and y test dot shape. Okay, we have extracted these many images of the dimensions 28 by 28. We can see the image as well. So I will just show you the first image. X train of 0. I will say plt dot time show x train of 0. So this is the 5. So same way plt dot x train of I will say 1. So this will be the second image. So first record is 5, second is 0. So these are the images MNIST datasets provides. We will train our model based on those images. But before training, we will just normalize this data. So to normalize this data, I will check first x underscore test dot max. Now you can see the maximum value we have 225. So we will first normalize this data x underscore test x underscore test divided by 255.0. Same way we will apply for test as well, train as well. Train is equal to train divided by, okay, now we have normalized our data. Now we will reshape this data and provide this data to the model. Why we are reshaping those data? Because we are going to add the channel and provide that data to the model. So how we can reshape this data is we will say x underscore train is equal to train dot reshape. So how we are going to reshape? So we will first get x underscore train dot shape of 0. Same way 0 comma this 1 comma is 2, and then we will add one channel to the data. So we have already seen the shape of the data, right? So I will show you that we have already seen the shape of this is the 0, 1 and 2. So we are providing the same, just we are adding one channel to the data. So likewise we will do this for the test as well. So I will say x underscore test x test this is the x test okay. Now our data has been reshaped. We will check the shape x train dot shape comma x test dot shape. Now you can see the channel has been added. Now we will create the model. So we have already imported the layers. So we will create the architecture of the model. So how we can create? We will create the model is equal to sequential. I have created object of sequential. Now we will add the layers to that. Model dot add. I will add convolution 2D. So now we need filters. How many filters? I will say 64 filters. Okay. Now kernel size. Kernel size I will say 3 by 3 kernels. Okay. Then we need input shape. What will be our input shape? X underscore train of 0. That will be the first image which we are providing. So I will say x underscore train of 0 dot shape. Okay. So this is the input shape which we have provided. So now our first convolution layer has been added. So we will add the second layer to it. We will add second convolution layer to our model. We will copy paste this. Okay. Now as this is the middle convolution layer, we do not need input shape. We need activation function as well. Activation I will add. So same activation I will add for the first layer as well. Activation function I will say rel. Okay, so we have added 2 layers. Now I will add one max pool layer. So model dot add max pool to be I will add, and we have to pass the stride size. So I will say 3 stride size. Now I will add dropout layer. Model dot add dropout layer. What dropout parameters takes? 0.5. This is the rate it takes. Okay. Now we have added the convolution layers. Now we will add the dense layer, fully connected network to our model. But before fully connected layer, we need to add one flattened layer between this. So model dot add, let's say flatten. Okay, we have added flatten layer. Now we will add dense layer to this to make it fully connected and to get the output. Now I will add model dot add dense layer. I will say 128 units, and activation function I will say okay. Now model dot add, I will again add a dropout layer with 0.5. Now we will add our final layer. Model dot add dense layer. How many outputs we have? 10 images, 10 image classes we have. So I have added the 10 units. Okay. Now the activation function, we are going to add a softmax. Why we are going to add the softmax? Because we have multi-class classification problem. Okay, this way we have created the model architecture. That is fine. I will delete some rows from here. Now we have to do the second step. But before second step, I want to show you how our model summary is. Okay, so we will say model dot summary. You can see we have added one convolution layer, then another convolution layer, max pool layer, dropout, flatten, dense, and then again dropout, and this is the final dense layer with the 10 units. So total number of trainable params and total params are there. Now we will compile our model. So we can compile our model with the, so I will say model compile. So what compilation parameter takes? Optimizer. Optimizer, I will say Adam. Now what second parameter is? Loss function. Loss function, I will say sparse categorical cross entropy is the loss function. Now the third parameter is matrix. The matrix, I will say add a accuracy. It should be in the list format. Okay. Now we have successfully compiled our model. Now the third part is to train our model. So to train that, we will see is equal to model dot fit x underscore train comma y underscore. If If you do not understand those steps, I have already created a previous videos on that, so you can go ahead and check those. Batch size I will say 50, and epochs I will say I will go through only 5 epochs because it will take a time. And the validation data I will say x underscore test comma y. Okay, we have started the training, so it will take some time. We will wait for first epoch to finish. So you can see training has been started. First epochs out of 5 has been started, and this is the training loss is decreasing. Same at the same time, training accuracy is going to be increased. And we are running our training the model on the TPU. If you go on the CPU, it will take more time than this. We will wait till first epochs get completed. Now you can see, even though first epoch is not completed, accuracy is around 83%. So we are going to for sure get a good accuracy around, I think, 90. If you do not understand any of the steps over here, so I have already created videos to how we can create the model. So you can go ahead and check those. And for convolution and maxpool, I will going to create a theory sessions for this. You can see model accuracy is around 87. Now I will pause this video for some time because it will take it more time to train. Once training has been completed, we will resume. Now we can see our training has been completed with the 5 epochs, and accuracy is around 0.99. So we are getting a good accuracy over here. We can see how our training has been completed, how our model has been learning with graphs as well. So I have coded for that. Now you can see this here, the training accuracy and validation accuracy. So training accuracy is increasing and validation accuracy is also increasing with the same. So you can do more number of epochs and check the accuracy. You can change the epochs to the 10, 20 and check the validation accuracy. So it will be increasing more than 99%. So this way we have completed our model training. This is it for the classification of the images using the simple CNN network. So we will see how we can do the transfer learning in the next videos. So that's it from the for classification problem using the simple CNN network. Thank you everybody. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.